here. I'm back. I told you I'll be back. Things went down. I'll be right back. Till we warm up. Okay. Dude, listen. Ah. She's a very simple woman that knows nothing about the internet, so I took it easy with the way instead of explaining to her. No, it's not that. Okay, listen. I don't know if you're still here or not. There was like a huge drama that's happening in the community. It kind of sucks. So anyways, Mustafa, you're still there. I'm so sorry. 12 minutes. Dang, I'm so sorry. It's not that. It's just like there's just this thing. It's just like, conversing with you, having a good time, feeling with you and things like that. It's just like it's cool. I mean, listen, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to make it a big deal. But anyways, sorry. I'm here. It took me a minute. But jeez. I had to run back. But we're here. We want to do this one. And yeah, 8 a.m. Jeez. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. First of all, who's here? Let me know. It's not a big deal. The thing what I'm trying to say is that usually like with streamers and viewers, it's like you only have a certain connection, right? And also, like, I know she's a simple woman. But like long term things, like, oh, she's just a cool person on the internet or like whatever. Because in the end, this is just an internet interaction, which is cool, and I'm having a good time with it. We're on the Discord and whatever. But a friend is a person who you've met face to face, who knows your life, who has hung out and things like that. And it's, like I said, it's not a big deal, Mustafa. Not a big deal. بس I'm بحكي الحق يعني for future references. Did you drink your coffee? Oh, dude, it was a long day. I'm going to stream for a little bit. I'm probably going to stream for like the next, I don't know, hour and a half. Let me put it on the Discord. How's your morning so far, though? Yeah, so there's a huge drama happening in the community. It sucks. But today is my Friday, so I can stay up late as much as I want. Do you know this streamer called Amaranth? Amaranth. Let's see. Amaranth Span. No, dude, صراحة, like 13 hours. طيب. Why is she banned? Do we know? So nobody knows why she got banned. Okay. Okay, then what? What did you like? what did you come? What did you conclude? Or where did you come across? Okay, so what I wanted to talk about, I mean, whoever wants to join in, let them join in. So, of course, we all know that, there's a, like karate content that I've been doing, and everyone knows Dying Light. Dude, Dying Light, honestly, don't like that game at all. I don't like it. I know everyone's going to hate me for it, but I don't like the game. Can't do it. Don't like it. Not my thing. I didn't drink water today. Wasn't planning on it. No, it's not scary. It's just like I just hate post-apocalyptic games. It's just like it's annoying. This looks gross. Hmm. Hmm. It's not gross. It's just like the texture. It's good. No, no, I won't. It sounds like another post-apocalyptic game. That's what I'm seeing. So anyway, hmm, there's a lot of there's a lot of karate content that I've been very invested in. And so I've come across this video of Joe Rogan talking about kata and karate. And it's just like for me, when I think about when I see something new that I do not understand, I actually take the time to understand, to try at least get an explanation of what is it that I'm seeing that's new that I've never seen before, and I'd like to learn about it. But what the thing is with Joe Rogan, I mean, like, I'm totally gonna just say it, like, just two white men, uh, basically reacting to something that they are not familiar with. And so these guys, like, of course, probably endorsed by UFC, talked with like a lot of muscle men. But when they see the karate, they just don't understand the sport. So we're gonna watch the video, and then I'm gonna explain to you what I did not like about it. It's black belt. Of course, after this ad.
The guy
It was unbelievable.
loses by not
So yeah.
listing 100%. Because like if you're like a karate guy and you used to like point touching each other and shit, did you see that karate?
I was
thing
about
in
to
the
bring
Olympics?
it up. It was unbelievable.
The guy
It was unbelievable.
loses by not. He wins.
How do you feel
but he
proud?
loses.
How do you feel proud? You get knocked out
Yeah.
in the gold medal matchup, and you win the gold, and the other guy's disqualified.
He's disqualified for
For
hitting
hitting
you
too
too hard.
And here's the thing that was fucked up is
so
like
dumb.
it's not like he was standing there. He kind of leaned in to the
Yeah.
kick. Like he
Yeah.
bent over and the dude caught him. So it's kind of on you a little bit too.
Yeah, let's watch it. Let's watch it because it's so dumb. And I didn't. A friend of mine sent that to me. And
Look at this.
here it is.
Like,
Look at this.
They're,
Look, he
they're already criticizing the gameplay because they're comparing it to like fight UFC fights.
Leans
he
back,
bends
yup.
over.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's a counter. The guy throws a straight left. He
Uh-huh.
counters with the kick, catches him,
Hit
and
him
then he's
perfect.
just fake sleeping.
Oh, he's
Get
sleeping,
outta here,
bro.
dude.
He's sleeping.
The Tokyo 2020, like here we could look it up. Tokyo 2020 Gold Kumite Let's actually see it. Oh god, what? They didn't even like. That's wild. Right here. Yeah. Saudi Arabia, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Which is like also, I mean, I understand the ridiculousness of it because he also leaned into it, but like there has to be like more to it, which I'll explain later after this.
Oh, he thought he won too, poor guy.
Well, he should have won in a real world scenario, and any other rational sport that's a combat sport, he won.
That's the problem with like Olympic combat sports is they try to take the violence out of it.
But see, the thing is, it's just like, what's crazy to me is that here's what it is. Kumite, and to just give you the actual definition of kumite. All right, so the definition of kumite is freestyle fighting, right? The meaning of kumite, like grappling hands, part of karate in which a person trains against adversary. It's not a legit fight. It's not a legit fight. Yeah, exactly. So what it is, it's discipline and control. If the whole point of this is to have control of your punches and kicks against your opponents, and that's the whole point. Karate is not like of course it's like a touch base. Like that's what it is. That's exactly what sparring is. And of course in real life scenarios, you are going to use your 100% force to just get out of any fight you're in. And especially like they're going to talk about kata right now, which is honestly something that they just don't understand. So watch. Let's just continue here. What are they going to talk about kata right now, I think?
Sparring.
5-kilogram kumite final.
Yeah. So dumb. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Everything he's saying.
Like America, we're good at running, so we're just going to, okay, 400.
75-kilogram kumite final.
Yeah. So dumb.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So they have individual demonstrations like kata, and then they have one-on-one kumite.
That's the most ridiculous one. And I'm not trying to shit on this guy. He probably kicked my ass. But the guy won.
The Olympics play different rules than UFC. Like, and look, he's literally making fun of it. This face is so embarrassing. Just to like every person in karate is just gonna be like looking at him, just like, dude, you just don't get it. You can't make fun of it. But like, just the point is like, you have so many people watching this guy's podcast and listening to it, and they're literally like, those people who are invested in Joe Rogan are going to take it as face value and be like, dude, yeah, karate is dumb. UFC, mixed martial arts, like there's nothing against it. It's just like they're just gonna hate on karate because they just don't know what it is. What's up, Marbles? What's up, Anele? Karate is a discipline, spiritual, and has exactly aren't about killing your. Yeah, they're not. Just like WWE. Yeah, WWE, WWF. It's like we know it's like a show. G9T. What does that mean in LA? So like this face, not the vibe that you're supposed to be showing to your audience. You're supposed to be open and understand and what karate is all about. But like you're just mad at the fact that this guy lost the gold because he knocked him out. That's not the point of sparring. That's not the point of kumite. The point of kumite is control, and he just didn't have control. It's just the adrenaline.
Won a gold medal for dancing.
Getting KO. Oh, yeah. For the
dancing. Could you believe it? They called kata dancing. I can't believe that. They don't know.
The kata.
For the kata.
Yeah.
But it was just choreography.
Well, you could win for gymnastics.
Yeah, but gymnastics isn't a fight. Like, I see martial arts as, you know, it's fighting, right? In order to be good at it, you have to be able to do that shit on someone.
The kata thing is like you would have to learn those to get your belts. Like you'd have a kata for one specific one that you had for blue belt, a specific one you had for green belt, and
I remember when I did Taekwondo as a kid, we had that.
yeah,
You had to learn all that.
Yeah, I hated those.
What,
Good
the
night, Anele.
Taekwondo?
This stuff.
No, it's so funny because like they compare it to Taekwondo, and everyone compares like karate, Taekwondo, kung fu, like they're all the same. They're not. They're not the same. And the thing is, it's like, not to bash on Taekwondo, but like, I don't know why every, like, I don't know. I'm just bashing on race right now, but like, it's just funny how they just compare it. Like Taekwondo is completely, leg based, tricking based. Like that's just what they're focused at, which is fine. No hate. But like the forms of Taekwondo, like, you know, like, I don't know. I question it. Maybe I don't know enough of it. But from what I've seen, karate, it's especially kata. It's a form of like of story. Like I said it before, like a story of a fight. The literal word of kata is form. And the thing is, like, here, you know what? I could even show you like the gold medalist for the kata in the Tokyo Olympics. First of all, karate was originated in Okinawa. And what's cool is that he actually won, and he's from Okinawa. And they actually talk about like what kata is and how it originated from. It's also about the ground game wrestling. The ref was late in I mean, listen. I want to continue listening to it because this is just like just listen. Just listen to the nonsense. I'm here for the nonsense, to be honest.
Yeah. The forms. Pumse.
America won the gold, though.
Of course, like Pumse is a Korean word, but like they're not even like.
This guy won.
He
won the first ever karate medal in men's kata. The first ever for America, or the first ever time they handed it out?
America's
oh my God,
first
this
ever.
is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Look at his face.
the
He's
intensity.
so serious.
Literally criticizing the ridiculousness of a kata. Like, are you serious, dude? Like, learn. Don't criticize it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, it's not a bad thing to practice movement. Like, it's almost like kind of like a form of yoga in a way. Like, you're practicing moving your body, and if you get really good at doing those katas, it'll probably enhance your ability to move, which will enhance your ability to spar.
But you're not giving anybody a medal for shadow boxing.
Definitely for him, like for shadow boxing, but he's the most ignorant one.
Good fucking point.
That'd be ridiculous.
Good fucking point.
And imagine
it's not shadow boxing though. Like literally shadow boxing, like there's no form. There's no choreography. There's no story behind it. Nothing.
walking around. I'm a boxing gold medalist.
A gold medal for shadow boxing. Or hitting the Cobra bag, you know?
That's a
Like
bag work gold medal.
The bag work gold medal would be better than this.
Because we can at least see something land.
Air kicks.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Oh, this poor guy just got back to America with his gold medal. We're just trashing
This is the
him.
guy who won. They were going against each other, though.
Oh, and this guy.
anyways, it's just the ridiculousness. Not only they were black belts, they were much older than me. I was 11. Wait, what were you talking about? I'm not. When I was taking karate lessons and I reached the brown belt, the teacher or trainer put me in fights against black belts. Not only they were black belts, they were much older than me. I was 11. The youngest black belt was 16. That doesn't. I held my ground though. What bothers me the most about Joe, that he knows UFC. That's where he got to start UFC. Yeah. Absolutely wild. He's so blatantly ignorant. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? I love, I still enjoy Joe Rogan because he questions things that society is just blindly, that just society blindly just moves forward to, you know? And it's like things that are put in place, Joe, in terms of like, you know, society, Joe questions. He's like, dude, well, why is it like that? Well, let's talk about it and things like that. But society itself, they're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it is how it is. But Joe's like, no, why? And that's what I like about Joe. I enjoy, I mean, not everything Joe is going to talk about I'm going to agree with. But for the most part, what he does talk about is, to be honest, I do agree with. And I don't know. If this specifically, he was very ignorant about, and he didn't want to learn because he's literally comparing it to UFC, which you can't really do. It's completely two different like subsidiaries. I came out bloody every single time. Well, here, what is the karate style that you do, Mustafa? Do you do like a Japanese karate style? This is also what I don't like about whatchamacallit? Some people who open up like dojos is that they don't really go to they don't really do a specific style. They literally do their own, like they take it, they call it their own dojo, and then they name it their own style and then just sell it. Because now kids are getting black belts so much quicker, but yet they suck. He does, but like he also gets people who are professionals, Marvels. Like he gets friends, but also at the same time when there's a really specific subjects that people are talking about, or there's specific things that like happen within the community or within the industry, he brings like people that are involved and questions them and asks about them and things like that, which in turn like I thoroughly enjoy. You see, you don't know what style you do, and that's actually what the dangerous part, right? There's like I think 6 fundamental styles. There's like Wadoru, which is what I do, Gojuru, Rureru, Shorin, Ryu, and then there's 2 other ones. But like there's like 6 fundamental ones. If you don't even know, like, you know, how, you know, that's what I ran into. Taekwondo. Dude, like seriously, like my dad's friend in Florida, okay? I'm totally going to criticize it because this is truly the case. My dad's friend in Florida, when we were visiting back in like 2018, my dad hasn't seen him in years, so we visited him, we had dinner and whatever, and then they're like, "Oh my god, like have you met my son?" And he's literally, I kid you not, like 10 years old. All right, maybe 11. I don't know. And then she comes in and she goes, "Yeah, like he got his black belt in Taekwondo." And I'm like, "What? Like, what are you talking about? He's 11. Like, what? Did he start at 1 year old? Like, I don't understand. It took me 10 years to get my black belt. 10 years. I started when I was 12. I got it like at 22, I think. Right? No, I got it at 2015. I started when I was 12. Whatever. And so the kid comes in and like I see a picture, like they did like a little picture day with the black belt Taekwondo 11-year-old kid, and then he just shows me some moves, like he shows me some like kicks and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're not even like usually Taekwondo kids are like hella flexible. This kid's not flexible at all. His kicks suck. No offense if the kid ever sees this video, but it's true. Your kick sucked. And they're like, "Yeah, that's my boy. Black belt Taekwondo." I'm like, that's really cool. Good job for paying through that. Which was really crazy. Now I've only gone a few times since long time. So I went to the doctor and he said I've probably yellow and TD kit best. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, it took 8 to work up to purple, and I wasn't near advancing. Like, yeah, and like that's what it is. It's meant to humble you. Like Brazilian or no, jiu-jitsu and judo, they're Japanese. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I don't know. Gracie jiu-jitsu, you know, it actually originated here in the South Bay, where I live, in LA, which is pretty dope. Gracie jiu-jitsu. I don't know about Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean, clearly Brazilian jiu-jitsu is clearly in Brazil. But it's just crazy, like how Taekwondo, they literally level up kids like nothing. And it's like I just would like to know an actual taekwondo style that is taught. Hey, dude, guys, Malak, she like, embarrasses me sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, she literally took a picture of me while sleeping, while us watching a podcast. Could you believe her? Hey, are you in San Diego? Your legs hurt so bad. Is this from karate? Is this from the kids beating you up? Oh, let me show you about the Olympics. No, not this guy. Oh. Alhamdulillah as-salamah. This was actually really nice to watch. I want you guys to watch this. And the Olympics, this is the gold medalist. I literally met him the other day, 2 weeks ago. So read the captions. I really encourage you to understand. I mean, most of you guys already do understand. I mean, since we're all in the martial arts, but this was really nice explanation from the sensei. 的なものだけじゃなくて技とかね、そういうものだけ身を守るだけのものじゃなくて、精神収容にも非常に役立つ要素が往々にしてあると思った方が。So karate is more about improving your spirits, which is beautiful. Oh, dude, Mustafa. Salamtak. Maybe you can strengthen your muscles around your knees. That's what I do. Because I used to have knee problems from karate. 技に関してはやればやるほど理解できてくるので。That's who I met the other day, which is crazy. Which is crazy.
その意味で空手は我々の血、汗、そして文化です。
佐久本都合です。1947年12月。
72! 72 years old. That's goals. That's goals.
13日生まれ、72歳。道場は朝との方にあって、佐久本空手アカデミー海外との。このまま隠せば必ず後ろに逃げる。パンチで。
竜英流流法会所属の喜友名亮と申します。やっぱり選手として今自分がいるので、新しい目標、オリンピックを優勝するっていう、目標が明確になりました。
で今やっと竜英流の特徴、よそのが沖縄の伝統空手として評価されているとか。決して型を変えてやってるわけじゃありませんのでね。
で沖縄にはね、昔からモアシビというのがある。モアシビというのは何かというと、若者が昼間疲れて、そしてその後男女が揃って歌ったり踊ったり。
I hate YouTube sometimes. Literally, like whatever video I want to watch, it's just like heads up. There's some copyright information. Da, 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 da. So dumb. Well, I guess we can't watch the whole thing, can we? Mustafa. Oh.
いつも先生もおっしゃるんですけど、先生も宗家の中山先生から技は相手が攻撃する間もないぐらい。
Anyways, look at that. The outside too is pretty cool.
一番の理由は
Which is I love the outside training for this, like on the sand and everything. That's just pretty dope. But of course, they're gonna block it. Anyways. Marbles, dude, when's the big move, man? When's the big move? Also, dude, this streamer got banned on Twitch Flights are like 100. Yeah, dude. I love that. I love that for you. Oh, boo Joe Rogan. Oh, guys, dude, tell your friends to subscribe. Please. Because we need this to be 1,000. And then we also, like, need this to be 4,000. And you haven't submitted any takedown requests. Because nobody has copyrighted my footage yet. But anyways, the doc prescribed some medicine, but it didn't work. I think, honestly, you should really look into holistic approaches. Like natural herbs and stuff. And, like, maybe adaptogens that can help with inflammation. Actually, let's look that up. Let's help you out. Adaptogen. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so we wanted to do adaptogen. Is it adaptogen? Adaptogen. Helping with inflammation. Did I look that up right? Adaptogen helping with inflammation. Yeah, but again, like, maybe you could use... I know it doesn't bother you anymore, but you know it's still there. Is this... I mean, you said it's something you're born with, but is it something that maybe increased it with karate? Mushroom adaptogen. See? That's the word I'm looking for. There we go. Common adaptogens include American ginseng. Ooh. Adaptogens. Let's see. It's like a mushroom. Oh, when you were 10? Oof. And how old are you now? 18? Ashwagandha. Ooh. What is that? What is that? Ashwagandha. Wakanda. What is that? Oh. Look at that. Look, they come in pills. Ashwagandha helps with inflammation. Dang. Okay. Anyways, look stuff up like that, like holistic treatments. Dude, I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I don't see you that young. I'm just guessing. Oh, you're almost 24. Wow, you've been dealing with it for 14 years? Dude. Anjad? Seriously? My God. Yeah, I'm not that young anymore too, so we're definitely chilling with that. I can't believe there's a bunch of like copyright stuff. Family Japan trip tomorrow. How cute. It's so funny. I've been watching a lot of karate content and they've been popping up left and right. Sam is cleaning herself on my jacket. Yeah, see, a lot of karate content that I don't want. It's only 10:46, guys. Dude, there's honestly not much content that like I want to that I'm interested in, to be honest. Oh, but this one looks funny. Your mom starts, yeah, dude.
We are on our
Here's the funny part. Men have so much pressure in the Arab community to go meet other girls.
way to Tampa, Florida right now. Probably the worst, absolute worst fucking place. Lives are supposed to be. It's been a long time since I do as well. Guys, I'm drinking my secret weapon.
Oh, that's gonna turbocharge.
Peach G Fuel, baby.
That's gonna turn you into a fucking animal.
Yeah. That's what the Listen, I fucking did not sleep at all. My whoop shows me at like 24% recovery. You know, I came out here, these boys are balling, you know what I mean? I gotta use some PEDs, is what I'm saying, okay? Haven't had breakfast yet, which is fine. They're looking to get me.
Wait, what WGA situation? Wait, what does that stand for?
In a tank top because it's fucking hot as hell outside.
How are we guys playing? Like, what's happening?
We're gonna be doing a 5-on-5. Charlie Lowe.
That's gonna turbo.
That's a Lars sign. Dude, he's a shorty compared to Hassan, of course. Oh, they're at the G Fuel, like, okay.
Wait a minute!
Dang, Hassan, he's huge.
You know I hit it almost every time and then I miss it. Man, standing in line, I have a wristband. These are lessons you learn with no tuition.
Three steps, dude. In West Hollywood, the writers' strike, they shut down filming minimum 2 Netflix shows in the MCU project today. No, this is oh, that's right. Yeah, I did notice that because the field is moist critical. That's pretty dope. Yeah, dude, I heard about the Writers Guild thing. And the thing is, I think what I understand is that the last time they actually did the writers' strike was back in 2008, and they lost $2.16 million. Let's see. Writers Guild of America strike. That's insane, dude. They do actually deserve to be paid more. I was watching like a clip from Hassan's stream, like Jimmy Fallon and Conan is definitely a part of it. Which is crazy. All productions shutting down from Abbott Elementary, which is insane, dude. If Abbott Elementary, like that's become a really big show. In my father's eyes, I'm different than him so much that he doesn't know I'm his son. He's a ladies' man. Well, I mean, tell him to show him your stuff, dude. Oh, come on. Tell him to teach you his ways. 2007, they had a strike. 2.1 billion. Yeah. I said billion. Didn't I? I think I said billion. Oh, it's right here. From November 5th, 2007 to February 12th, 2008. That lasted a really long time. December, January, 3 months of no payment, no production, no writing. And the thing is, like, you feel like the industry's like, no, don't worry, we can replace them. You can't replace them because everyone is on strike. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Inside the room as talks collapse. I mean, I'm with them. They literally make the shows. He hurt your mom? That's so haram.
Writers strike inside the room as talks collapse.
Oh, this is a series. A lot of people outside the negotiating room are struck by Hollywood writers felt inevitable, but it didn't feel that way inside the room until picket lines in Los Angeles, New York this week tell a different story. The conflict that led to the breakdown of talks May 1st began the day before April 30th. Lion motion picture. Dude. Maybe I should make a video about this, huh? Yeah, Mustafa, we're here for you, bro. We're here for you. And the thing is, like, this, whatever is happening, yeah. I mean, dude, you're 24. MashaAllah. Be kind to your mom, always. And I hope he's kind to your mom now, to be honest. Let's look up some YouTube videos about the WGA strike. Let's see. No, and you shouldn't.
AG1 by Athletic Greens gives you the daily nutrients that form the foundation for your health routine.
The role of artificial intelligence is a new concern for Hollywood writers and actors.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in directing a movie for a robot, right? No. Incredibly.
Dude, you know what the thing is? I feel like it's going to be really scary that they're probably going to get like ChatGPT to be the writers, which again, like ChatGPT is a learning AI. So the more it understands emotion, probably the more like it's going to fire a lot of writers, which is really scary.
Speaking to his audience earlier this month, late night host Seth Meyers shared his thoughts on the looming strike.
I also feel very strongly that what the writers are asking for is not unreasonable. And as a proud member of the Guild, I'm very grateful that there's an organization that looks out for the best interests of writers.
Tens of thousands of writers and members of the Writers Guild of America have officially gone on strike after the negotiations with production studios did not really get to where they needed to get to. Now, the studios and the writers union ended up experiencing a breakdown in negotiations.
Mustafa, don't let fear stop you from doing something you want to do. You're not going to end up like your dad, because you are much bigger than that and you're much more conscious than that. So you're not your dad, and you never will be.
And the board of directors for the East and West Coast divisions of the WGA, Writers Guild of America, voted unanimously to call a strike effective today. So today's the first day of that strike. And if you're curious what the sticking points are, what is it?
Third day.
Mark, thank you. Developing news
Day
now,
3.
striking writers back on the picket lines this hour. It's day.
I have a pilot right now with John Wells and Warner Brothers, but you might not see it because we're on strike, so we don't know if it's sold yet.
Last night there was a rally with all the writers. There was a couple thousand of them.
And this is what all writers look like. They're chill, down to earth, like having a good time, like very they look they're just very creative and artistic.
At the Shrine Auditorium. It was kind of a pep rally to get people's spirits up. Did that work for you?
It was actually way more than I thought.
Oh my God, is that a message?
Thought it would be. I'm not a people person. I don't like to go in crowds and cheer. But we had we had representatives from SAG and DGA and IATSE and the laborers and the Teamsters. And it was amazing. I think it was a historic moment. I might have left somebody out, so if I did, don't be insulted. But it was pretty historic. It was all the labor movement in LA, and they're all on our side, and we're we're all working together. We're going to get this done.
People describe this as an existential moment for writers. In other words, your whole profession is at stake, you believe, with streaming and other changes in technology like artificial intelligence. Do you agree?
Absolutely, absolutely. The tech bros came in and they kind of disrupted the whole system without really knowing what worked in the system and what didn't work in the system. And they're using us kind of like, go make a widget. And so we're not really part of the process, we're not really part of the success. So yeah, if you leave out a writer, you leave out a director, you leave out an actor, it's just about making money. It's not about making TV, it's not about making a dream, it's not about making a movie, it's about making money. And you know, there's more to life than that.
All right, thanks so much for talking to us, Pam. Appreciate it. All right, so what are the prospects for a settlement anytime soon?
That's insane, dude. And essentially, like, what it's probably going to be, right? Like, people have been so obsessed with money that they forget that, like, dude, TV is art. You know, creativity, everything that is shown is just like a depiction of art. And if it's just there to, like, for money to be made, just like Disney. Mustafa, like, dude, just let it just be open. Just be open. There's a lot of girls that are annoying. Dude, I can tell you, there's a lot of guys that are annoying. Am I not gonna talk to them? Like, I can avoid, and trust me, there's a lot of girls in this world who are not annoying. I'm not annoying, but I'm older than you, so the answer is no. And then Jimmy Fallon.
Hollywood writers have gone on strike for the first time in 15 years after negotiations between the Writers Guild of America and studios broke down.
What the writers are asking for is not unreasonable.
As the strike loomed, many celebrities expressed their support for writers, including Amanda Seyfried.
Everything changed with streaming, and everybody needs to be compensated for their work. That's fucking easy.
As well as Jimmy Fallon, whose late night show has gone dark due to the strike.
I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for my writers, and I support them all the way.
Guild members Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers also threw their support behind the...
As they should. I didn't say you said anything. You said most girls are annoying, and I agree. But I'm just saying not all of them are annoying because I'm not annoying. That's literally the only thing that I'm saying. That's literally the only thing that I'm saying. So don't be lonely, Mustafa. Listen, enjoy life. Don't let negativity crowd your thoughts, because that's what eats you. And if you let your thoughts consume you, then you don't have control of your thoughts. Your brain does, and you need to be in control. Let's see. See, a lot of karate content, dude. Never done a Kaizo. White belt, black belt versus white belt. Oh, look, here I am, and here I am. See what happens? Dude, Mustafa, I'm not I'm not the friend. Not a friend in this situation. Are you kidding me? Did you see the ranking on this? It's dumb. Oh, let's see this.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tags.
So what's the secret to a good YouTube thumbnail? That's a question that we answer on today's episode of the show.
Then we highlight 2 videos from 2 different creators that we think are pushing YouTube forward. We also talk about how we take care of our mental health as creators.
Also, are we running out of ads to fund the creator economy?
Are there too many creators and not enough ads?
That is another question that we get to in this episode. So welcome to Creator Support, the show where we answer your questions about the business of being a creator. If you make it to the deep end, let us know. So a lot to talk about on today's Creator Support. We have probably more questions than we've ever had, so we're going to see how many we can get to. And if we don't get to them, we'll push them to next week, or we're trying to answer them across social. We also have some videos that we wanted to react to. Mac from Airax team, Mac Hopkins, released a video in the last week that has kind of taken YouTube by storm. Another video by a creator named Colt Kerwin that we're going to react to as well. Some really fun YouTube stuff this week. I feel like YouTube's entering a new era.
A lot of good energy.
A lot of good energy on YouTube right now. So we're going to start with this. This comes from the subreddit, S_MCD1. How can I learn to make better thumbnails? With most everything else in
Dude, I saw that video and it's like, it's true. And I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm trying my best to like cater to like the best thumbnails I could create, because I'll be honest with you, like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my thumbnails could be pretty convincing, because sometimes like it just depends, right? Like this thumbnail was made like so quickly, but the caption is very attractive. And then this one, like, also the thumbnail is very, I don't know, I feel like I click on this thumbnail and this thumbnail too, but it's just funny, right? Like it just depends. I mean, some of these have been heavily edited, and I really think like some videos deserve more views. Like, for example, definitely this Arabic video right here, I don't know, like just definitely deserves more views. But again, like, if I'm not I just lost a subscriber. Aw. But if I'm not attractive to the viewer, and of course this number is not attractive either, then of course my views are not going to be as high, because I don't have the number to convince them, which is fine, which is cool. I mean, some people actually go for it. Some people are nicely enough to comment, be like, yo, like this actually was pretty good content. But also this number has to go down significantly. Like once I monetize, I feel like I need to just delete all of these videos. 'Cause man, this was just, I go live all the time. All the freaking time. Exactly. Definitely Ramadan. But even with frequency and consistency, I mean, like, for example, Mr. Beast is not consistent, but I mean, he has a lot of videos. I get it. He has a lot of subscribers. I get it. Or like, you know, Abroad in Japan, or, you know, it's like, it's quality content or quantity content. You know, it's just like two different things.
in the video creation process, it just clicks with me. Nice. I can write a full script in about an hour. When I'm editing, I can just tell where the cuts should be, the effects on screen, and so on. But when it comes to thumbnails, I absolutely blank. All the other stuff comes so naturally, and thumbnails just don't. I look through tons of thumbnails in similar genres, and I cannot for the life of me think of something original for mine, and often end up closely replicating someone else's, which feels icky. How can I learn to create thumbnails so that it clicks like the other stuff that I do?
Yeah, I mean, we have not figured this out by any means. It is something that actually a part of this process will keep me up at night.
Yeah.
I will wake up and try and make a different thumbnail, and I don't like that. We will have meetings about thumbnails and
For
brainstorming,
hours. Yeah.
and they're stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm designing stuff and sending it over, and I'm already pissed. You know,
Yeah,
like it's an annoying thing that you have to create this photo to get people into your idea. But what we've realized, I think, is that if what we film, if our idea is interesting and it has a direct angle, it's not like a variety show.
I mean, even
If we do a good job, it makes our job easier to package it, to come up with a title and a thumbnail.
Yeah, we talk to a lot of creators who are very, it's just come so naturally to them to make thumbnails. And that's just not us. You know, I think if you zoom out, I think there's probably a lot of people who look at our channel and look at our thumbnails and be like, oh, these guys have a style and a format. But I would say every time we sit down with a thumbnail feels like we're starting from scratch in a way. The one thing that I think is incredibly important is that thumbnails are not necessarily about design. They're about psychology of when someone is, perusing YouTube, what is their intent? The type of audience you're looking for, what are they trying to get to?
Mm-hmm.
Because there is an active nature to YouTube that's very different from the other platforms, right? Like Instagram, I'm looking for Instagram to feed me content.
Yeah.
I'm like, Instagram, I got 3 minutes while I'm waiting for this, to board this plane. Give me something. I don't want to make any choices. Like, give me some good stuff. TikTok.
You think so, Marbles?
Yeah, they're onto you.
Give it to me. Give me someone cleaning their pool.
They know you better than you know you.
Yeah. On YouTube, it's like, there's a little bit of like, I open YouTube and I'm kind of looking around, but there's a lot of like, I just opened YouTube for a reason. I have 30 minutes. I'm about to eat lunch. I want to learn something. There's so many different intents of going on to YouTube, which is why there's a search bar. It's a very important part of YouTube. There's like an activity that's like, I'm searching for something. And so we're trying to catch you based on your intent. I don't think necessarily for our channel, we're trying to catch anyone. We're trying to capture the intention of a very specific person looking for a specific thing. So the first question, we have a thumbnail call with Jay Alto every Wednesday, where we spend, an hour plus talking through our upcoming videos. And the first question he always asks us, which I really like, it comes from Seth Godin, but it's like, what is remarkable about the idea? So that's number one. Like, and what remarkable means is worth making a remark about. So if I pitch you an idea, does it end there? Or is there a conversation that can happen beyond that? Is there something actually worth talking about based on the idea, which I think is a great psychological place to start. Like, is this actually worth a conversation or not? So, Arak's most recent video was like dating, I don't know what it was called, but it was like a dating show with a robot.
Okay.
Already, right? Like I just say that, a dating show with a robot, and you're like, oh.
Interesting.
Worth making a comment about. How does that work? Can the robot talk? And if you have questions that are easy to come, then you know that you might inject enough curiosity in someone's brain to click. That's the thing, right? Like, it's just like, hey, these 5 people went on a date with a robot. Which one did she choose? Yeah, which one? How did she choose? How does this work? So that's like, I'm curious enough to click. Ali Abdaal made a video recently of like how he made $1.6 million in a month. That's for a very specific type of person, right?
Yeah.
But there's a psychology there of like, everyone or a lot of people on the internet are looking for ways to make money, looking for ways to start a business, drive fulfillment, drive purpose. Okay, this guy made $1.6 million. How did he do that?
Yeah, I think what you're talking about there is the curiosity gap.
Yeah.
Which you want to have in storytelling, but you also want to have in the storytelling of the thumbnail. Is there something between the title and the thumbnail that is omitted? That if you click, you have the understanding as a viewer that you're going to get the answer to that, right? That curiosity gap will be filled in via the click.
Yep. And I would say the other thing that we've learned is, so Ollie's is how I made $1.6 million in 30 days. It's a good thumbnail. It's actually a Shopify logo with $1.6 million. So interesting because I don't think he used Shopify to do it. Through his course. But yeah, there's a curiosity gap. But the thing that we've learned is don't have the thumbnail and the title be repetitive. They should be complementary. So, you don't need to have it say the exact same thing. It actually should say something totally different, or like be an extension of the story. So if you look at your thumbnail and then you write the title and you're like, that's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Then you need to make an adjustment there for sure.
On the topic of money and including money in a title and thumbnail, I think a mistake that we've been making and perhaps other creators are making is leaning on money to drive a click.
Yeah.
I think money as a topic has become so saturated on YouTube, and it's so over exaggerated. With Ali Abdaal, like what's interesting is if you know his history, you know that $1.6 million number is real.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
totally,
we've had titles where we just say like how they became a millionaire. That's not really remarkable anymore. Or like how someone made millions. There's nothing remarkable anymore about that. What's more interesting is like our episode with Ashley Alexander. In the thumbnail, there is a realistic number that is attainable for a creator of her size.
Right.
In the thumbnail.
And then the title is The Business of Filming Your Daily Life. So it's not how she made X dollars. And
There's some honesty there
Yeah.
to the number. And I think that's important if you're going to incorporate money.
So the other thing I want to acknowledge is like the thumbnail is the pitch of your return on investment. So essentially what's happening is as an audience member, you are looking to invest time. And if you're investing, then there's a suggestion of a return. So when I look at like Ali Abdaal's, one of his videos right now I'm looking at, it says, How I Remember Everything I Read. It's 15 minutes long. And the thumbnail is him looking at a book and a stack of books. Now, if I am looking at YouTube and I'm like, I'm interested in becoming smarter. I'm interested in reading more. Now I'm looking at that 15 minutes, right? Because the time code is also very much a part of your thumbnail. You're looking at the 15 minutes and you're saying, if I invest the next 15 minutes with this guy, I'm going to learn something about how I can become a smarter person. Everyone is investing in themselves, right? And so your thumbnail is a pitch on what that return is going to be on that 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that is the promise of you are going to become a smarter individual, right? There's this great Seth Godinism about nobody wants a 1/4-inch drill bit, where he's essentially saying like when someone goes to the hardware store to buy a 1/4-inch drill bit, they don't want the 1/4-inch drill bit. What they want is the feeling of going home and hanging up the frame that they told their wife they were going to hang up. And they're like actually doing it and accomplishing something, and then sitting with their family and being like, look, I did it. I did that project that I said I was going to do. Like they want the end result of being that person. So a YouTube video is essentially, and a thumbnail is essentially a pitch for the person you could become. And that thumbnail is the poster that's pitching you that. It's a lot of information, but that's like psychologically how we think about thumbnails is we're pitching you. And for us, we have to think about it on a scale of like, you know, our time codes are in the hours. So we're pitching you big time. You know, we're like, spend the next 2 hours here. We got to pitch you what you're going to learn. Like, why should you spend an hour and a half with us?
And it's a difficult challenge, and I don't think we've cracked the code by any means.
But I think I wouldn't say that we haven't.
No, I would say we're on our way, but like we've improved.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we haven't, because there's also a level that, you know, Mr. Beast, when we were with him, I loved this advice. He said, think about the most hyperbolic version of your idea. What's the most ridiculous version of it? You know, like pitch that to me and then pull it back to your brand. Pull it back to what you're comfortable with. And I love the exercise of going as far out as you can with the idea and saying the most clickbaity, most insane version of your idea, and then dialing it back to what you're comfortable with. What's on brand for you to say?
Yep.
I think that's also like, there might be a level like for us where our brand doesn't allow us to go to the absolute highest CTR version of a thumbnail because we want to uphold certain values, right? So that's also an element for us that's important. I think for all creators, you should think about brand. All right. Should we talk about Mac's video?
Yeah, let's talk about Mac.
Okay. So Mac Hopkins, member of Airac's crew, really the earliest member of Airac's crew. When Airac first started, Mac was, you know, the first team member that was introduced. He was the editor, and he introduced this like, he's just like unbelievable editor, like just dynamite with effects and just a great storyteller.
Very technical. There would be seconds of the video that you knew took an hour.
Yeah. And launched his own channel. And that channel launch in Airac's video about dating the robot was mentioned 3 times, which is amazing because that, like, you know, pushes over a ton of that audience, which I love. I love the expansion of a YouTube crew.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things on YouTube. And Mac's channel launch was received like so positively.
Yeah. The first video has over 1 million views.
Yeah.
He's gained, I think, almost 300,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And watching the video, there was some really interesting nuance to it that I think we should talk about. You know, he kind of fit into the world. The video title is AI Controls My Life for 100 Hours, right? Something around that, which is a concept that is, you know, kind of going around, right? Like people being like, oh, ChatGPT controls my day or AI controls my life. But what's interesting with Mac, first of all, the intro is like very interesting when he punches the robot in the head. That was fun.
Yeah.
But that is a concept. And a lot of people have done that concept. And we've talked about this before with the idea-based creator, where it's about the idea. It's about the concept. That's what's at the forefront.
Yeah.
And on the other side, we talk about the relationship-based creator, which is, someone who can just Ludwig, right? Sit in front of a frame, talk to you unedited, and you're like in it. They can control a frame. And what Mac did, I think, is he took the, idea or concept-based genre and injected his personality into it in a way that maybe we haven't seen before. When you're watching, a challenge video, you don't really know much about the challenge master, right? The person who's in the challenge. You don't know that much about them. They're just pushing forward the challenge.
In the early innings of the channel, a lot of times.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because even in Airac's early videos, the crew was so much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And they had so many more constraints around what they could make that it was hard to not learn about Eric and about Mac in the videos. I think it's part of a trend of challenge creators specifically getting so large and productions getting so built out that I think they start to value the size and scale of the spectacle, the speed of how the challenge is happening. And as that starts to work, perhaps devalue the time spent just with them where you get to learn more about them as people. Right? So I think Mac's in that area, and I hope he stays in that, where he's doing a challenge video, but is giving the audience more about himself. Right? He's like letting the audience sit with him for a little longer than maybe we're used to in a traditional challenge video.
Totally. And saying things about himself that are irrelevant to the challenge, but relevant to him as a human being.
Yeah.
And I think that's so much of where YouTube has come is like stripping out what's unnecessary to the progression of the storyline. And the first thing that has been cut is personality, like vulnerability, personality, character-driven narratives.
I don't think so in the case of Ryan Trahan.
No, not
I think Ryan, you don't maybe consider him as like the
I barely consider him
challenge video.
I barely consider him in that genre. Yeah.
But he is someone who comes up with some task and then goes.
I did X.
And goes and accomplishes it. And he is indexed very high on personality moments. Right.
It's hard for me to consider him in that world because, one of his challenges is building a tiny ecosystem in his room. It's just so not sensational, and most of the challenge genre is like a very sensational title thumbnail, which back to the thumbnail conversation is like, you're pitching someone that if you invest these next 20 minutes with me, you're going to get crazy visuals you've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's kind of the pitch, right? Of the challenge genre. You're going to see stakes higher than you've ever seen. You're going to see craziness that you haven't seen on YouTube yet. That's the pitch. But I think what Trahan does well, it's like the pitch is, you're gonna see me go through an experience.
I'm sorry.
Like you're gonna see me in a situation.
I thought my mom wanted something important, but it wasn't. And she got caught on in talking. But yeah, goodbye. I'll see you soon. And what are you guys talking about? Maybe we should end the stream, yeah? I think it's been a good minute. I think everyone should go to bed. Yeah. I did not hear. Like I said, just cover 6 minutes, yeah. Yeah, dude, go rest. Listen, go rest, and then tomorrow, I'll put a time for tomorrow, which is today. I don't know what restaurant, Mustafa. I don't know what restaurant. I know it was in it was in Cairo. I know it was at a really nice mall. Yeah, I'm older than you. Buy marbles. See you soon, buddy. I'm 28. 28. All right. We will end it with this then. last time I'll have to say it. That's all right.